welcome to week one, module one of social media for business. I'm Professor Janovic, and I'll be going through the lecture slides with you every single week. If you have any questions on anything, please do not hesitate to email me, and I will respond to you as quickly as possible to make sure that I answer all your questions and everything makes sense to you. So this week we're just going to be going over the syllabus, workflow, some introductions, give you an introduction on social media, and at the very end I'll go through check-ins, discussions, and assignments. At the very end of every video lecture I'll be going over these, and I will also be emailing you guys every week updates on what is due at that week. So a little about me. I graduated from UC San Diego with a degree in visual media arts, and I actually transferred to UC San Diego from Miracosta College. So I started my career or college path at Miracosta first and transferred to UCSD. I spent about 2 years at Miracosta, so I am an alum. Highly recommend you guys looking into the transfer programs that they have for both UCSD and Cal State San Marcos, both really good schools. In my last year at UCSD, I had an internship with Tony Hawk. I'm sure you've all heard of him, the famous skateboarder. And it was with his video production company called 900 Films. The best part was it was a paid internship. Pretty awesome. I was a production assistant and I helped on video shoots. I was there for the last time he shot with Sony for his last video game. So this was years ago, but I had a lot of fun, learned a lot about not just skateboarding, but production and video editing and all that sort of thing. I also studied abroad in Florence, Italy for a summer semester. After I graduated college, my career started with production positions in graphic design, computer programming, and project management. That later led into marketing positions such as web to print, direct mail marketing. When email marketing came out, I got into that, and then later social media marketing when that came out. After my marketing positions, that further led on to leadership positions such as marketing director. So my last two positions in the corporate world were as a marketing director. After that, during my last role as a marketing director, I went back to school at Cal State San Marcos and I got my master's degree in business administration. After I graduated with my master's, I thought I was going to move up the corporate ladder. That's my original decision. But after learning so much in the master's program and having a whole new world of entrepreneurship, exploring that whole new world, learning from others, learning from the dean and professors and fellow students, I decided to launch my own company instead of going back to the corporate world. So it's called Janovic Communications, where I'm a marketing consultant, content creator, social media strategist and manager, and I also do ambassador and influencer programs. So I found a niche right here in North County where I work with nonprofits such as Oceanside Public Safety or the Oceanside Firefighters, and I work with gyms and race directors and running companies such as Ingingy Socks and Nathan Hydration. So there's just a little bit. On the side, I am the founder of Ultrabuds Running, which is a social running group. It's been around for 6 years. I started it 6 years ago. It's still going strong. We run every Saturday morning at Lake Hodges, and we took a little break during COVID, but we're back in action now that things are more open. The second company I started 2 years ago now is called Ghost Runners Coaching. So again, I found a niche that there weren't many ultra runner coaches in San Diego. So my business partner and I started Ghost Runners Coaching, and it's been pretty successful. Took a little hit during COVID because there weren't any races happening, but it's our side business, so it wasn't that huge of a deal. Not only am I a professor here at Miracosta, but I'm also a professor at Cal State San Marcos, where I teach personal branding and social media marketing. On a more personal note, I've mentioned already that I'm an ultra runner. I run 50K and 50-mile races. I'm also about to run my first 100K, which is 62 miles. I run mountain sky races. I do obstacle course racing, such as Spartans. I'm sure you guys have heard of the Spartan races. I do the sprints, the mountain series, and I'm signed up to do my first Ultra Beast, which is a 50K plus 66 obstacles. I do a lot of hiking and backpacking, camping with my husband, and my husband and I also rescue pit bulls. So here we have puppy Dally, who's 4 years old, and puppy Romanoff, who's now 2 years old. Biggest pain in the butts, but I love them to pieces. And you might hear them barking in some of my videos too. So love our doggies for all you dog lovers out there. So that's a little about me. Moving on, we're going to go through the syllabus and the workflow. Everything is on Canvas. I've taught online for a while now, got it all down, pretty organized. If you're not familiar with Canvas, you select your course. You can go to the syllabus menu. The syllabus pops up right there. You can download the PDF for print it, whatever you need to do. The syllabus is subject to change. If I need to change any dates or anything, it's always in the benefit of you. It's not more work. It'll be less work. But we should be good to go with the syllabus. The workflow, so how this works is this is a 100% online class, so really flexible with those who have to work or have crazy schedules. You can kind of do this when you need to. Every Monday I will send out a video and email announcement for the week. Every once in a while, I think there's only 2 times I'm going to be gone this semester that you might get an update on a Tuesday or the Thursday or Friday before. That's only if I'm like out of town. But otherwise, every Monday I'll send out a video and email announcement. The modules, I release them 2 to 3 weeks at a time. There are 2 main projects that you will see in Canvas called the Social Media Marketing Plan and the Social Media Examiner Presentation. Those 2 main projects are already posted, so if you want to work ahead, if you want to see what they're all about, you can already go in there and review it. Also under the modules, under each module or week is a resource page, which will have links to important information, links to these lecture videos, links to the lecture PowerPoint slides for you guys to download. I will also have every check-in, discussion, quiz, and assignment under each module with the due dates in there. At the end of every week on Saturdays is when all check-ins, discussions, quizzes, and assignments are due. If you're the type of person who likes to work on Saturdays and Sundays on your homework, totally great. That's why I release the modules 2 to 3 weeks at a time so that you guys can always work ahead. Okay, concerns. I like to do this with everyone. I'd like to know a little bit about you. So what concerns do you maybe have about the class this semester? Give me your top 2 concerns. What do you want to learn about social media marketing? Top 2. Is there anything that you need me to know about you, to be aware about for the semester? Anything at all. Maybe you don't need anything special, but here's your chance to let me know. So please email me the above information. Here's my email address. By the end of the first week of the course, if you could just put in the subject line, CSIT 155, your semester year, full name, concerns, so that I can be aware of these things. Please keep the communication open. Things happen in life, I get it, but let me know ahead of time rather than later, okay? So that I can give you all your options to succeed for this class. All right, moving on. Introduction to social media. Let's get with it. Okay, so definition of social media is defined as a form of electronic communication, such as websites for social networking and microblogging, through which users create online communities to share information, ideas, personal messages, and other content such as videos. And that is just the, the definition from the dictionary. Questions to ask yourself. Think about this. What brands or companies do you follow? Which platforms do you follow these brands on? Maybe you're only on Instagram, you're only on Snapchat, you're only on TikTok, maybe you're all over the place, maybe Pinterest is your jam. Think about these things. Do you have experience doing social media for a real company or a business? Which one? What did you do? How can you relate to social media? The evolution of social media. So the time to reach 50 million people. This is a pretty interesting statistic here. It took the telephone 75 years to reach 50 million people, the internet 4 years, Facebook 3.5 years, and Angry Birds 35 days. Imagine that. You guys remember Angry Birds? More questions to kind of ask yourself. This one's a fun one. Where's your phone right now? When is the last time you went without your phone? What were you doing without your phone? How long did you not have your phone for? I don't know about you guys, but my phone is a super nice iPhone and it is stuck to me like glue. Not just because I use it for work and personal, but because it costs a lot of money, right? It costs a lot to replace this thing. I do not want to lose this phone. That's the worst thing that can happen. Very expensive to lose. All right, continuing with the evolution of social media, 66% of the world's population uses mobile devices. In 2015, time spent on mobile apps surpassed time spent watching TV for U.S. consumers. Mobile is a space that marketers must pay attention to. I wish I had new data on this, but I haven't seen anything posted. So you're getting data from 2015. It's 2021. They need to be a lot quicker with this data. Consumers can share positive or negative experiences with products or brands with a worldwide audience. Social media has shifted power from businesses to consumers. We have all seen this, especially now with COVID. A great example of when this happened is this YouTube video here. I can't remember the year, but it's pretty old. Dave Carroll, a musician, he flew with United Airlines. He had his Taylor guitar. His Taylor guitar got damaged. United Airlines didn't do anything about it, so he took it to social media. It went viral. Everyone knew what happened to his Taylor guitar. It's a pretty funny video. Watch it. It's quick. So after you watch this video, within 4 weeks of this video being posted, United Airlines stock price fell 10%, costing stockholders almost $180 million in value. Think about why this happened. What are some examples of how social media has shifted power from businesses to consumers? I don't know about you guys, but I always have an issue with either the cable company or AT&T. And I swear, whenever I email them or leave a message, talk to them on the phone, I get nowhere. But if I post something on their social media page, boom, I get a response like that. Okay, continuing with social media as a marketing disruptor, consumers are becoming content creators for brands on social media. User-generated content, or UGC, is a term that you guys probably already hear a lot, or you're going to start noticing now that I've mentioned it. And this refers to any digital content that is produced by end users of an online service or website. For my clients, or my social media company, I use user-generated content all the time. This creates opportunities to showcase brands and build customer relationships. Brands also come to me to borrow my content for themselves as well. In 2006, Frito-Lay leveraged UGC for its Doritos Crash the Super Bowl contest. So this is like one of the first examples of how UGC was used. Consumers invited to create a 30-second commercial to win a featured Super Bowl spot. There was over 32,000 submissions received. Over $7 million in prize money was awarded. Here's the winner of the Doritos commercial. You want to click on that and watch that. So some questions to ask yourself after you watch the video. Frito-Lay credits the campaign with helping to grow Doritos from a 1.54 billion US brand in 2006 to a 2.2 billion brand in 2016. Think about this. Have you ever posted a brand's content on social media and tagged the brand? What happened? Have you ever participated in a social media contest before? What did you have to do? What was the outcome? Have you ever made a purchase on social media from a brand, influencer, a friend's post, a sponsored ad? What was the product and how did you discover it? I know I've done all these. And I've won small things. I recently won some super fancy coffee. It was like $50 worth of coffee and it tasted amazing. I recently won a pair of Lululemon pants. Just to warn you guys here, I'm a big runner, so all of my examples in this course is going to be running related, okay? So Lululemon, workout pants. Those were expensive pants. It was a pretty nice price. I've definitely made purchases on social media from following influencers in the running space. Not necessarily a sponsored ad, but influencers, friends' posts. So some example of user-generated content I've used. So again, I'm a runner. Here's an image of me taken at the Broken Arrow Sky Race in Squaw Valley 2 years ago. I tagged every brand that I was wearing here. Ultrabud's my running group. Nathan Hydration is the hydration pack. For those that don't know, these are super fancy running packs. They're like $200 a piece now. They're not cheap. Ink and Burn running shorts, Inji socks. So I tagged all these companies, used all the hashtags, posted it. Sure enough, they reused my images. So Ink and Burn reused it, the shorts company. The Running Center in Carlsbad, which is where I bought the Inji shorts, they reposted it. More examples of Nathan Hydration. I work with these guys a lot. Here's a picture of me at a Spartan race wearing a pack. Here's a picture of me running the Grand Canyon wearing a pack, and they both repurposed both of these images. So I'm all over the place on social media in the running space and trying to get into Spartans, but there haven't been Spartan races for a while, so it's been a little hard. All right, moving on. Organic versus paid social media marketing. Organic social is when users take advantage of the free elements of social media, such as post sharing on Facebook or two-way conversations with users on Twitter. This is good for small businesses and nonprofits. It can build a social community and direct them to their website. So, if you don't have a huge amount of money or marketing budget, small business and nonprofits, organic social. It's going to take you longer to get where you need to get, but it won't cost you as much money. Paid social involves sponsored or paid advertising content delivered on social networks in the form of images, videos, and carousel ads. Depending on the platform, ads can be targeted to users based on location, buying habits, or personal interests. Unlike organic, paid social directly puts your content in front of users who will most likely show interest. And we'll get more into this later on in the semester, but this is just a super quick overview. All right, so what are some of the advantages and disadvantages of social media? Something to think about. There's actually a lot, and we'll get into these throughout the semester. Some social media metrics, just an overview here. You'll see these terms a lot. Call to action, or CTA, clicks, URL clicks, engagements, engagement rate, followers, mentions, and total reach. So Google Analytics, we don't really get into Google Analytics too much in this class just because there's so much to talk about with the basics of social media. But Google Analytics is connected to your website. The main purpose of social media marketing is to drive people to your website to make a purchase, right? So Google Analytics is the back end of your website where you can actually see how many people came to your website via Facebook or Instagram. All right, so this is just a quick snapshot of how Google Analytics is related to social media platforms. You can see how many people went to your page, maybe made a purchase, downloaded a white paper, filled out the contact me section, or subscribed to an email list. And again, we'll get into this later when we talk about metrics. Some of the benefits of social media marketing: increased exposure, brand awareness, increased traffic, brand loyalty, marketplace insight, lead generation, increased thought leadership, improved sales, time savings, reduced marketing costs, this is a huge one, stronger customer experience, owned, earned, paid media. So lots of benefits of social media marketing. Here's a great little short YouTube that talks further about the benefits of social media marketing. Please watch this. All right, and that's kind of just a very short overview, introduction to social media, just to kind of get you guys into it. If I went over this kind of fast, please download the slides, look them over. Your week 1 assignments, super easy, guys. Check in, introductions, let me know a little bit about you. Please engage with other students in the course. You don't have to respond to other students' posts when it comes to the check-ins for a grade, but I highly encourage you to do so that you guys can kind of get to know each other. And I always, in the check-ins, I always post my answers to the questions as well so that you guys can get to know me a little bit better. For the discussions, it's under careers is the topic. Discussions, you do need to respond to other students' posts. Please, on your discussions, make sure you answer all parts of the questions. I want them to be thought out answers, complete sentences. Don't give me a word or two and that's your answer. Really think about it, put effort into it. Feel free to use outside sources. Just make sure you cite your outside sources. And when it comes to responding to other students' posts, again, I want complete sentences, well thought out responses, use outside sources or examples from your personal experience. Don't just write, I agree, I disagree. I want to know why you agree and why you disagree. Keep engaging with people. These are meant to be engaging assignments. The more you engage with your classmates, the more you're going to get out of this class. And that's all I got for you for week 1. Feel free to email me if you have any questions, and I hope you all have a great week.